City, Coach Anthony here, coming at you with this month's episode of September's Member of the Month. And I'm here with Leah.
Hello.
Alright, so I'm here with Leah, and she was chosen as this month's September's Member of the Month. So, say hi.
Hi
What's
guys.
your full name?
My full name is Leah Christina Zabo.
Wow, middle name too. Awesome. Cool. How old are you?
I am just recently turned 36 years young.
Yep.
Yes.
Got
2
me.
weeks ago.
I have my birthday coming up to
Awesome.
September 2nd, so.
Well, happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Cool. So, tell me how did Melissa call you? Get a text? How'd this go? How'd this end up? Get notified.
I was having an awful day
Yeah.
in the fields driving through LA because traffic was just horrendous and I was visiting accounts for work, and I had a Facebook Messenger, and I was on a parking lot of a freeway, and I looked down and I was like, oh, click, and it says, yo, you've been chosen. And I said, oh, it's so exciting. So it was pretty awesome. I was shocked.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you taking your time out of your day in the morning to sit here with me, but also you just got done with your photo shoot.
I did.
Right? Which is
I did.
the more actually, this is the first one I've sat in on. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to watch.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a nice little warm up.
Yeah. Yeah. You get to skip today's warm up.
Yeah, so we pulled out some fun things, some new toys that I don't think we've seen in any of the photo shoots before. So.
We gotta keep mixing it up.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Cool. So tell me, let's talk about what you do for work. You talked about work. What do you do for work?
I work for an Italian eyewear company called Rudy Project, and we specialize in aero helmets and road helmets for cyclists, as well as eyewear for pro athletes. And one of the things that I do is I have kind of a two-part job. I work in inside sales as this rep for all of our sport accounts in North America, integrating new genres of athletes as well into our line. I also assist our doctors, and I'm in charge of the West Coast. I assist doctors and their locations in carrying our product, as well as putting the athletic patients into our eyewear. So I get to be on the sports side of things, and I get to be on the optical side of things, which is pretty cool. So technically I do sales, but being an athlete myself really does help with my job.
Okay. So when you say inside sales, does that mean like you're basically trying to find like other businesses to kind of partner with, or explain that little part?
Yeah. So basically, we're a really small company. People want to compare things like with our company to some of our bigger names. The big O's on the side of glasses.
You don't say that name?
I don't say the name. I don't.
Rivalry.
There's no rivalry. They're a $1 billion company. But no, we work with. Basically, what I do is I am located in San Clemente, California, and then I go out and visit my accounts or visit locations all over the West Coast or throughout North America. So when it comes to sport accounts, I have everything from Canada to Puerto Rico with us here on the West Coast. For optical accounts, I am from basically Washington down through New Mexico and also Puerto Rico. So I do a lot of verbal conversations, and then I get to do a lot of traveling as well, which is pretty awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you talked, so since obviously we're a CrossFit gym, you've actually ventured Rudy Project into the CrossFit world.
I
Tell us
have.
about that.
So this is one of the reasons that I got into CrossFit was not only to excel myself as an athlete, but to also integrate myself into a new community that I saw as a growing and emerging market. No one in my workplace was really, someone who would dive into it, and I kind of looked into it and I said, Okay, I can kind of see how this is. I actually started doing research on CrossFit before I became an actual CrossFitter myself. By going to the events like regionals and seeing what it was all about and watching competitions, and I kind of like started to get an itch for it.
Yeah.
But I was contacted after I'd already started working out with you guys here at Tour City by a team of individuals in CrossFit Hardcore, actually.
Okay.
And the owner, Adriana, was a master. She was one of the originals that went to the games a few times as a masters, and then now she's got members of her team that are out there and they're going to regionals, and so I started sponsoring those teams. And it's funny because in our world of CrossFit, it helped my relationship as a business individual to be able to speak with someone and talk about Fran and
speak the language, right?
yeah,
So
Fran and Murph and know what we're talking about. So it was pretty cool to dive into that, to what I love to do and bring it and mix it into my workplace. And then you see around here, everyone's carrying our bags and wearing our glasses because we're a team and we're a family. So I set us up with to use the things that athletes need. So it just worked.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about your journey into CrossFit. Like, where was your first CrossFit workout?
My first CrossFit workout was in Long Beach, California.
Nice. What gym? Or was it a CrossFit gym?
It was a CrossFit gym.
Okay.
Went to CrossFit Intersect and I remember it was like a mile run deadlift workout. And thank goodness, because I'd done deadlifts before.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you're kind of good at running, right?
Yeah, that came that really came just recently. But
Oh, really?
I don't like to run, but I do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I've always seen you like running all the time.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, from what I knew, it was like, you're a big runner, big like endurance athlete.
Yeah.
You got me fooled.
Yeah, well, thank you. That was my whole goal in life.
Cool.
So first was at Intersect, and then that was months went by before I ever worked out in a CrossFit gym again, and it was here. And
awesome.
So I would say my official first time walking into a CrossFit gym on my own accord was for Surf City.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And what was your first workout here?
My first workout here was awesome because it's still something I struggle with. I remember it was our warm up was double unders, so it was warm up to like 30 double unders, and I got my first double under on my first workout here, and I think I've only gotten maybe 1 to 2 since.
Hey, it'll.
No.
Like, funny thing about double unders though, just like you'll struggle, and then you'll just hit it, and it'll find a click. So.
No, I think I've gotten to a point in the last month where my double unders are becoming more of a success than a failure. So
well,
it's
I
nice.
feel like the reverse. Like I get going, and then I hit a wall, and I'm like, I can't do the double unders anymore.
Yeah.
Like, so it's the reverse. So.
Yeah. Came here in August of 2015.
Okay.
No, July of 2015. I did it for 2 weeks to prepare for a race. And that's where running probably.
It's kind of crazy you said that because I was like, let's talk about. I was thinking about that. Was my next question. Tell me about like what races, because I guess that's why I assumed you were an endurance athlete and you're really into that, because I've been seeing you doing a lot of races. You just got done with a Tough Mudder or
no, a Spartan Beast.
Okay.
They're
in the same category.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So basically, when I started working for Rudy Project, we sponsor a lot of Ironman athletes. In doing so, you want to assimilate with your athletes. And at that time, I was, boxing and doing Muay Thai, and I had just done one fun gladiator run in Irvine that was 3 miles. And previous to that first run that I did right when I started, I could not run more than a mile. I had never tried it. It never incorporated into my life.
Going back, were you an athlete before all that, or no?
I've always been an athlete.
Okay.
I started off, my parents had me in dance when I was 2 years old till 17. I played softball. I was in track and field, and I played volleyball for 12 years. So I was always very, very successful athlete because I was given the tools to be one and the coaches and, on travel teams and whatnot. Then I went to college and then, 20s happened and I started having fun.
You were a different kind of athlete in college?
I had a good time. I had a good time. I had a good time and, kind of lost my way. I would do spin class maybe once or twice a week, but I wasn't as intensive an athlete as I found myself to be again coming into my 30s. My job previous to Rudy Project, I was working out in Harwood, Corona. And so in order to kill traffic, I really got back into the gym. So I would say that my journey really started about 7 years ago in finding fitness again in my life, and it's been a life changer.
Cool.
So racing, though, was a big reason why I was like CrossFit. And taking on Spartan races, things that I couldn't do, taking those 3 miles, turning them into 5 miles, then 7 miles, and then getting up to a half marathon was a real big challenge for me, but also an accomplishment because I have never been a runner.
Yeah.
So when you met me as training for a big giant race of 16 miles, that was a very, very new Leah, and now it's one that's kind of really integrated.
You pulled it off good.
Oh, thanks.
I thought you were, So I actually, when you were saying when you were out Corona and stuff, like I just want to drop back to that point where you weren't working out, and what was that like conversation in your head, or what pushed you over the edge to be like, F this, I'm done, I'm going this way?
I didn't like myself very much. Sorry. So I had I had lost myself as a person. I had lost a really good friend of mine, and I got heavy into too much partying, too many drugs, too much alcohol, and I stopped knowing who I was, and I really, really lost my way. And then I was bartending, and bartending kind of, led to one thing and made everything accessible and easy in life to forget about when you're making all this money. And I just kind of lost myself in my own depression, in my own way. And then when I started working in Corona, getting back into an athletic scene, I worked in motocross, and it was kind of a cool industry where it wasn't all corporate, and the vibe was there to where I wanted to get up early in the morning, and I wanted to come into work and have like that normal lifestyle again and get myself back on track. And then when I started going to the gym, that's when things started clicking. I wanted to be healthier. I wanted to be able to look in the mirror and like what I saw, and that really, really got me back into it. So then I moved to Newport, and I found a trainer that I worked with for years. You guys hired him here. That's actually what brought me to CrossFit Surf City. And it was probably the best thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah, I appreciate, having good trainers and having somebody, right?
Yeah.
Helps. I know Jeff and how motivational he can be.
Yeah.
Probably is a big turning point.
Absolutely. Working with someone who could be your friend and know how to get you out of your own head and push you to your limits is amazing. And then, at the location we were at, there was just only so much more we could do in a small facility like that. So when he started coaching here and brought me here, and then I met everyone.
Yeah.
Just having people that were the same like-mindedness and fitness was maybe not their, they found their path there in a different route, and everyone that I've met here has been amazing and has become my family, so.
Yeah. So, I probably have 2 more questions. I want to just, the last one is about, before we get started, what are you looking to do accomplishing in, the next, it could be life, it could be fitness, it could be both, 6 months, a year, what are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to the growth process. I've now been doing this for a year, and it's the first form of athleticism that really, you can't just come in here and know everything.
Yeah.
And all the bits and pieces with the gymnastics, with the heavy lifting, with the Olympic style, going into speed, endurance, agility. Just the more repetitious you are with the movements, the better that you get with them. And it doesn't matter if you're a natural athlete, or if you are a runner, or if you are a strongman. You have to work on all of the components to become better as a whole. And I'm really looking forward to the next 6 months, the next year. Turning my first kipping handstand into a strict, handstand push-up, or getting my first muscle up. There's so much that I can grow and continue to learn here, and just get stronger and better and healthier and fitter as I get older, which is for me a cool thing,
Yeah.
and a cool idea. And then as far as life goes, just to make sure that I live healthy and happy.
Yeah.
That's really the number one.
Yeah.
And to be able to do it, with someone by my side and friends behind me is great.
Cool. So, the other thing is, I believe you do some nutrition coaching, right? Like you help some people out, like from here to there. I don't know if you want to call yourself a coach.
I would not. I would say that I am a friend that will advise.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I work with some people that may not have been on the healthy path, or may want to find something, another direction to go in. And I will never tell anyone what their goal is, because I'm not a certified nutrition coach. But I just know that certain things work and certain things don't. And and if you take things into moderation, you can kind of adjust to anything. But yeah, health and diet go hands in hand, and starting in the kitchen is where you're really going to get your biggest effects. You can lift all the weights that you want in the world in the gym, but if you go out and eat, 8,000 grams of sugar, it's not going to look very good. So
it's not that good.
Yeah.
Cool. So I really want to thank you for obviously being a part of our community and sitting down and doing this. I really think you're an awesome person, and I look forward to seeing you accomplish things and go through that. If people want to get a hold of you, maybe to throw some deals for Ruby Project, how can they get a hold of you?
You guys can always hit me up on Facebook, Messenger. I've got a discount set up for our gym as a team, so it's CA Fit 50, and you guys will get 50% off as being my family and my team. And then anytime you guys do anything, you just let me know, and we'll make sure that you guys are rocking Rudy the right way. And I appreciate everyone. So
cool. Well, thank you.
Thanks, Anthony.
All right, and we're gonna see you next time for Surf City's Member of the Month.